Welcome, park managers. My name is Chef Dog, and today I'm going to take you for a little walk through the Lost World Jurassic Park as I help you complete the Chaos Theory mission for Jurassic Park San Diego.
Everyone was so caught up in the moment, so impressed with what they'd accomplished, and then chaos.
Pause time, as always. We can listen to the briefing while time is paused. That's good. And we can take a look around here. Hey, Lily, you were in charge back on the other one.
Mr. Thompson wasn't sure you'd say yes.
Well, Mr. Thompson doesn't understand chaos or alimony payments, but you know he'll learn, as you will, Lily. It comes with the territory, I suppose.
I'm looking forward to it, I think. Well, as you can see, at the moment, the entire facility is a bit of a mess.
Yeah, I saw it from the air. Looks even worse from the ground.
Yeah. We need an operational response facility.
Everything has to start somewhere, even when it's starting over. So why don't we begin with the construction of a response facility and take it from there?
This is a temporary generator in a temporary location. In the meantime, all of this has to go. Everything. I'm gonna repair that viewing gallery and then destroy it immediately as soon as I'm allowed to. I don't like how they start off at all.
I've heard someone say that determination is power.
We gotta power up the amphitheater, and as soon as we power it, I'm just gonna take it offline
We
again.
are determined to power everything. With actual power. How does that sound?
Like a horrible, horrible idea. Instead, I need a scientist. Okay. I need one more logistic points. I needed a scientist. 2 logistics points. I need a scientist with 5. And you're not expensive to hire or use. Yes. Judith Anodideshi. I don't know. She's an educated, world-renowned student, went to Yale, feels very lucky to have her job, and her favorite dinosaur is the Tapeyera. I think I said that right. Anyway, we're hiring her. She's on the job. Good. And that means that she can help me get power. Operational Science Center, well, blah, blah, blah. This, do that. What do you mean the amphitheater hasn't got power? Oh, it needs a path. That's why.
Exciting day. The first dinosaurs are arriving from what remains of our operation on Isla Sorna.
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't most of the original site destroyed?
Destroyed, but not abandoned. The assets still belong to InGen, and we're going to leverage them here in our new park.
We're starting with a herbivore. We want to make sure it's well cared for, obviously, so we'll be monitoring its...
Alrighty then. So, I'm going to put all of my... the amphitheater is just going to serve as kind of a backdrop to all of the buildings that our guests are going to be going to. What I intend on having 2 large amenities of each type. So 2 shopping amenities, 2 bar drinking amenities, and 2 food amenities, along with a handful of hotels. And believe I want to have one. I'll have a second one and a third one. I'll need some bathrooms and some shelters. And then I want to have this area over here for some enclosures. And then I'll have this area over here for some enclosures. I don't have access to all of the park quite yet. This is my border right here. And at some point, the game is going to send me some large herbivores. And I'm going to need a big enclosure in kind of this area around right here. Okay. So we have a Pachycephalosaurus coming in soon. And then we're going to get some Compsognathuses. And we're going to get 2 Tyrannosaurus Rexes. So I will need enclosures for all of those species. I'll need 2 enclosures. I'll need 1 enclosure for the carnivores and 1 enclosure for my herbivores. And there is no transportation rating in this game, so that's not affected. So I'm going to make my guests walk all the way around over here, and then they can access all the cool stuff that's going to be happening over here. I do want to ensure that I leave plenty of room to build these amenities. In fact, can I build any of them at all? I can. So here, okay, these, I don't know if I zoom out, let's see. Pretty much this set of vegetation is all going to kind of form that little border. I do need to leave room. The small amenity is, of course, least ideal. So I'll start pretty much right along here. And of course, my guests can look at the dinosaurs as they walk towards their intended area. I do not need my enclosures to be too large, though. I don't want the dinosaurs to go out of view. But they do need space, so gotta balance it. All right, dinosaur comfort with visibility. That should give plenty of room to my massive herbivores. I'm going to put all of the herbivores into one enclosure together. They'll all get along. The Pachycephalosaurus, the Parasaurolophus, and the Mamenchosaurus will all get along swimmingly together. And I will need a center line fence to separate my herbivores from my carnivores. Yeah, let's let the mission go.
Hope for the best.
Okay.
Plan for the worst.
What other things can I research? Oh, here, yes. I want this. And I'm going to need this. Good. Go. The Pachycephalosaurus is going to want some ground leaves. Yes. Oh, I can't. I should let the enclosure finish building before I actually deposit them. gonna want Paleo-Med facility ready to go. We're gonna get an outbreak of E. coli at some point. Actually, kind of. Correction. Your dinosaurs might catch E. coli, or they'll catch one of the other infectious diseases. So have that Paleo-Med facility up and ready so you are equipped to respond to the outbreak. These guys want ground leaf. But my Mamenchiosaurus wants tall leaf. So I'm going to do the double one. Good. That's good for now. They want water too. You guys want something to drink. I'm going to put the water close to the enclosure fence. This way I can put a viewing gallery and dinosaurs will come into view at least when they fulfill their need to drink water. And speaking of which, let's get this viewing gallery built. I'm going to have a few. I'm going to put one here. Put one here. Did I leave enough space? I should have enough space here to construct my large amenities. I can definitely at least build the smaller amenities, though. I'll need toilets.
It's really starting to feel like the park is coming together.
I've already seen one come apart.
All of our safety precautions are in place, Dr. Malcolm.
No. We know what we're doing.
Yes, yes.
Ha.
And here's the thing, Thompson. I know what you're doing as well.
Transportation completed. Asset delivery confirmed.
Oh, I'm such a Nimrod. I built these paths without... yeah, fine. One. And two. I built these paths without building the viewing gallery that they're going to need.
These species, the T-Rex and the Compsognathus, are central to our success at the park. They'll draw crowds. So now that they're here, let's ensure they're comfortable.
There we go. My T-Rexes want sand. I know that. I should now be able to build a feeder. Nope, I have to research the feeder. Yeah, do not forget this. Get this feeder ASAP. Otherwise, your Tyrannosaurus Rexes will not be happy whatsoever.
Asset delivered. Asset delivery confirmed. Transportation complete.
Need prey. Don't kill each other. Please don't kill each other. Alright, good. They're just socializing. What's wrong with them? Oh, go and walk around. You'll find your other prey. Ugh. Right. In the meantime, we need this. Need to be able to breed new dinosaurs. As soon as my Rexies walk and find their other prey, they should be happy. But they're just hanging out. Oh, there we go. She's moving. She's walking. Good. There we go.
Did it!
This wouldn't have happened without you, Dr. Malcolm.
Hey, I want it on record. I'm not in favor of this park's existence.
But this was John Hammond's dream. Delayed, but not denied.
Power stations can just be tucked away, away from anything.
Brings needed stability to InGen's operations. That's a win for us both.
So it would appear.
And the park is a unique opportunity for our guests.
Or
So here's a mistake that you can avoid. Turn off this backup generator as soon as you build the power station. I let it run out of fuel and it costs almost $500,000 to refill it. And make sure you get a path out to your power station as well. Be sure to put up bathrooms and shelters wherever the path is red. Even if guests aren't going to hang out a lot in those areas, they do have to walk by those areas. And, well, wouldn't you appreciate a potty to use if you were walking a mile from the arrival point to the first dinosaur viewing attraction? I'd certainly want to use the bathroom, especially if I had too many glasses of water on the helicopter ride in. So here's why not to build an amenity just because the path is red. Look at the projected guests, 29, 10, As it moves further away from any attractions, the projected guest count goes down. If you move it closer to an attraction with lots of dinosaurs in view, the projected guest count goes up. You want to put your amenities where there are many projected guests. Even though the path is red over in this section, there's just not going to be enough guests buying drinks or meals. Even if I let this thing build all the way, it's not going to be profitable enough for me. It may satisfy the amenity need. However, the amenity coverage isn't going to affect your ticket sales. It's only going to affect your revenue. And in this case, this restaurant is actually going to cost more money than it takes in. So I don't need it here. We've got to hit our guest comfort goals, and we want to build some amenities to start cranking up some profits. So, might as well just research that medium amenity right away, and that way we can make more money, and we don't have to waste time building the small one. Remember that hotels will satisfy your accommodation rating. They also offer dinosaur viewership. So a hotel with many dinosaurs in view acts similarly to a viewing platform. It just has a smaller range than the actual attractions have themselves. So just populate this area with shelters, bathrooms, and at least one medium and one small amenity of each type. Unfortunately, our guests are going to start becoming very overcrowded very quickly, so we're going to want to upgrade the path size to allow more guests to walk around in that area. When it comes to configurations and interior modules for amenities, there are no this one is the best one no matter what period options. It all depends on what the guest distribution is like at your park based on their type, leisure, adventure, comfort, or luxury. So just choose whatever configuration and module generates the most profit. Looks like the guest comfort rating is still pretty low, and that means we're going to get fewer guests than we possibly could receive. The shelter coverage is pretty high at 98%, but the restroom coverage definitely needs improvement, and the accommodation rating could go up. We can improve accommodations by adding hotels. But first, let's deal with those bathrooms. Wider path is pretty expensive, 11 grand at some points, 12 grand. But that means our guests feel less overcrowded, and that means that they'll buy stuff from the amenities.
Two more dinosaurs are inbound, and I need the park ready for their delivery. They'll also require suitable enclosures and support.
So what's the latest addition to the menu besides us?
A few herbivores. Simple to manage.
There's nothing simple about managing dinosaurs.
Let's get a staff center built. That way we can rest our scientists, and it'll let us hire more scientists. There we go. That ought to do it. The path connected. And we're going to need one anyway, so let's just build a hatchery. Now that you can airlift dinosaurs out of the hatchery, I don't think I'll ever attach another hatchery to a fence, like, ever again.
Asset has been collected. Transit has commenced. Delivery has been
You want to
completed.
keep an eye on your dinosaur's cohabitation figure. This refers to the amount of members of other species that your dinosaurs are willing to tolerate. If they feel too overcrowded, they may try to break out.
Things are going as planned.
Or so it appears.
But InGen needs more samples, so we're returning to traditional paleontology.
A simpler time, when the science was digging bones out of the ground instead of bringing them to life.
I've given Ms. Halford the requirements.
We've got to increase guest
If you
count.
recall from the first Chaos Theory mission, the Parasaurolophus needs some ground and nuts
So we
to
can
feed
send out
on.
teams to get new genome samples.
And if you've made your enclosure sizable enough,
That's sensible.
and you've placed enough foliage, you should have plenty of space for your Mimikyosaurus. They should be content with the amount of tall vegetation around. And your Parasaurolophus and Pachycephalosaurus should also be content, happily hanging out in this enclosure.
In the universe that defy the laws of chaos by being so obvious. And the so-called bottom line is one of the shining stars. That's what caused the original park to collapse.
But the addition of these new dinosaurs is going to present a welcome problem. We're going to have too many overcrowded guests again.
This park is helping that
We
cause.
can add some modules to ensure that our amenities are cranking out as much money as possible. But the real way to solve the overcrowding problem is to go ahead and research the main thoroughfare.
You think you can do so again.
Careful of making those disgruntled scientists work. Your sabotage meter will go up. Although, I haven't seen any type of sabotage attempts during my Chaos Theory playthroughs. Then again, I don't think I want to find out. And look at that. We went from less than half a star to over 2 stars with the addition of some Parasaurolophus, the Mimikyosaurus, and strategic placement of our amenities to crank out money. So many resumes, so many cover letters to read. I mean, these are all the scientists whose resumes actually made it to my office. I can't imagine how many actually applied for the job. Turns out, though, I need someone who is decently skilled in all of the attributes, and it looks like Miss Wiggins is going to be the candidate. And the staff improvement upgrade is ready. But my scientists are busy. I don't really need storm defense in this one. But it might be a good idea to see what we can get for more dinosaurs. The Carnotaurus and Majungasaurus are not yet available. I need more stars. So let's see what we can do to improve that. No dinosaur genome available yet. But which one should I get? Carnotaurus is 300. And the Majungasaurus is 308. Okay, so I guess the Majungasaurus will be the one. But what else? What else should we do? I like the Myosaur. Dilopho's only 99. Oh... Gigantospinosaurus is okay. Gallimimus is definitely preferred over the Struthiomimus, but even still, it's only 26. Can't build any dinosaurs yet anyway. I need an expedition center. I'm earning enough money that I can justify hiring another new scientist. But which one to get? This guy, Gazahali, sounds like he's the right person for the job. And the Triceratops is a very appealing dinosaur, and it'll get along well with my current herbivores, the Mamenkes and Parasaurolophilus, and the Pachycephalosaurus, so we'll get the Triceratops and add them to the enclosure. I do want to be careful of cohabitation, though. I don't think any of the dinosaurs are currently reaching their tipping point, but it is good to keep the dinosaurs checking on them. I've also recently discovered that you can assign a helicopter to go and patrol the ranger posts, just like you can have a ranger go and patrol them. And the helicopter will tranquilize any dinosaur that becomes either a threat to guests, a threat to vehicles, or if it starts to become uncomfortable. But unfortunately, you cannot send a paleomedical unit to patrol around the ranger posts. That would be a nice added feature, though, because it's pretty annoying to have a paleomed unit go and diagnose something, and then it drives away, and you're like, oh, drat, I need it to actually just apply treatment. But then it doesn't. This generator is actually useless. I don't need it, and it's just kind of an eyesore and making noise. Got me some fossils. Oh, I should turn on the improved extraction capacity upgrade, and I should also put on the improved yield upgrade. That way I can more efficiently extract DNA from the dinosaurs. And why is my science center still over here? I don't really like its current location, and I don't like where the control center is either, but I can't move it. Why not? Fine. Well, at least I can move the science center and put it back here. I like all my administrative buildings to just be tucked away near the park entrance. That way there's more room for my guests to enjoy the attractions, and I can put amenities up, and there aren't ugly, unnecessary buildings in the way. I don't want to send scientists off to the same dig site again. Typically, if you do that, you get diminishing returns, which means basically you're not going to get fossils again from that same dig site, so it's better to just go to a new one. I'm going to grab this hatchery upgrade to improve the chance of a successful synthesis and incubation of my eggs. I'll be getting a new species soon, so it's probably a good time to start building a new enclosure. Question is, where do I start building it? However, perhaps maybe I should put down the viewing gallery first. This way I know that the building is going to fit along the path and in the space that I have. And I don't accidentally overbuild with the enclosure, only to have to tear things down, so I can make the viewing gallery fit. You know, I think I want to make this area into 2 enclosures. That way I can put 2 different species of carnivore together and they will not attack or murder each other. These wider paths are pretty expensive. But again, we're making bank off of these amenities and we're banking good ticket sales. So we're going to earn all of that cash back. Probably spend around $150,000 to $200,000 on path upgrades. Totally worth it. We have enough DNA to start incubating the Triceratops, but I want some more DNA progress. That way I'll have more modification points, and that'll allow me to influence the traits that my Triceratops are going to have. I also want to start considering getting the Tour Ride upgrade to increase my park's appeal and improve the viewership. Looks like I could have more guests, but my accommodation rating is only 45%. So, looks like I need to build some new hotels. The question, of course, is where to put the next hotel. They don't have to be in view of dinosaurs. The accommodation rating will be satisfied no matter what. However, you can draw guests to that area and put amenities by the hotel if dinosaurs are in view. Like I said, they act kind of like viewing galleries. Plus, how awesome is it to wake up and then see a Tyrannosaurus Rex staring you in the face when you get up in the morning? Hey, you. Back away from the fence, Rexy. You're making me nervous over there. And remember that if you're struggling to make a lot of money, turn off any buildings that aren't currently in use. Otherwise, they will contribute to your electric bill and reduce your profits. I'm going to research some of the same adaptations that I got in the first one. Confined space is always a good one to have. You want humble herbivores to reduce their environmental needs. Same with carnivores, really. And the intense immune response will just reduce the chance that your dinosaurs get sick, which we're trying to avoid, but there's a breakout of a disease that's going to happen, and unfortunately, none of the dinosaurs that I currently have in the park have the intense immune response adaptation. Why are you asleep? I didn't order anyone to put... Why are you asleep? What's happening? Why are you sleeping? Wake up, Rexy. I didn't order a sedation. Oh, the helicopter is patrolling the ranger post, and it saw that the T-Rexes had attacked one of the ranger vehicles, and so it automatically went and sedated the dinosaur. You know what? I'm kind of okay with the T-Rexes every now and then attacking my rangers. I rarely see the ranger actually get destroyed by the T-Rex, so I'm just going to get rid of that task schedule for the helicopter and move on to incubating and synthesizing some Triceratops. But first, of course, we want to modify their genes. I want humble Triceratops, but I only have 5 modification points available. So I'll put 3 in the humble trait, and we'll put 2 towards the resilient trait. Fingers crossed that these dinosaurs have the traits that I want. The Troodon has 99 appeal, or Troodon, I don't know how to say it. Either way, it has pretty decent appeal, and I've never released a Troodon, and I'm working towards releasing at least one of every species of dinosaur. So, we're going to go ahead and grab some Troodon fossils. I really hope I don't... Well, actually, you know what? I kind of do need Parasaurolophilus fossils too. In the event that my Parasaurolophilus die, I'd like to be able to replace them. It's also a good idea to choose one of these upgrades. Improved administration costs $1 million, but it'll reduce the staff wages, whereas improved construction just makes it cheaper to build. I chose the improved administration, but I'd say they're both fairly equally valuable. Now, as far as my Triceratopses go, I do not want too many aggressive dinosaurs. Aggressive dinosaurs will fight more frequently. And if they're aggressive and weak, well, that's just a recipe for them to get hurt a lot. Aggressive and social is an interesting combination. It's going to be friendly, but it's also probably going to want to be the dominant member of the pack. So, we'll pick these 3, incubate, and hope for the best. Come on, Wiggins. I hired you for a reason, right? Let's take a look at my maps. Shelter coverage is good. Restroom coverage is good. Guests are pretty evenly distributed, but ooh, a lot of red on the amenity coverage, especially in the area where guests are actually hanging out. So, that's why, as I mentioned, I'm going to want to get larger amenities, but I can't build them yet. And just what is happening over here? Low health Pachycephales. Did they recently get into a fight? They're just standing there. They're hungry and thirsty, and they're not doing anything. Well. Oh, and Patty's dead? No, they killed Patty. Wow. That's honestly the first time I've ever seen a ranger station or a ranger vehicle get destroyed by a dinosaur in this game. I saw it happen in the first one a lot, but in all my playthroughs, I've never seen a ranger get destroyed. Well, first time for everything. Okay, heal up these dinos. They're still not moving. I think they're animation locked. So one trick is to tranquilize and move them, and that sometimes fixes it. We shall see. What? No, hey. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna drive. I don't want to lose her again. I just paid 50 grand to get Patty. And another trick for the animation lock. Sometimes you can shoot a flare. The dinosaurs are attracted to the flare. They'll go and check it out and look at it. And sometimes if you shoot a flare, you can make the dinosaurs move if they're animation locked. So go over to the flare. Yeah, they're not moving. Drat. well, let's see if the helicopter can tranquilize and put him back. So I'm just going to do this myself. Come on. Sedation 100%. Administering sedative. And nope, they're not going to sleep. So I'm going to save. And then I'm going to have to quit. And that should get rid of the animation lock. So stand by. And I really hope this worked. Okay, good. They're actually sleeping. So that's a good sign. And they're still scheduled to be moved because those blue flares are there. So we'll come back and check on them in just a moment. Because, more excitedly, my Triceratops are ready. We'll put them into the enclosure here. My Triceratops need some ground fiber, so let's put some more vegetation down for them to eat. That should be plenty for 3 of them.
Delivery complete. Transportation complete.
Okay, good. She's moving. The other one's walking. Go and find some food and water. There's some water. Start drinking. Good. Good girl. Sip on the water. Swallow it. No, I don't care if it's too cold. Drink it. It's good for you. Okay, let's ensure that my trichies are happy and content. Ooh, 68% cohabitation. But her territory is so small. I think if she walks around, she should be okay.
Transporting asset.
Now, before I noticed that I had starving dinosaurs, we had high demand for drinks and food and shopping. So, I don't have access to the large amenity yet, and I need more stars to do that. So the addition of the Triceratops should help, but I think it's wise to try and build some small amenities, And I was afraid it would come to this. My amenity area is a little bit too small. So I'm going to have to build some more fences and make the dinosaur enclosure a little bit smaller and give me more room for amenities. This is a little bit risky, though. By taking away space from the dinosaurs, they may start to become uncomfortable. So I need to monitor the situation and see what happens.
We need to acquire more land.
Oh, that sounds all kinds of concerning.
We're outgrowing our current facility size.
Which isn't a problem
Oh boy,
for dinosaurs.
an unidentified
It's a recurring
ailment.
issue for humanity.
Oh, I hope it's not what I think it is. Please just be an injury. Oh, 2, 3 of them are sick. Oh, they're sick. That's a disease.
Yes. as
Okay,
one would expect.
which one is it?
I'm one who would expect.
Send out the med unit. But in the meantime,
Go.
continue working to
You know,
improve
that's always
my
one of the
park
issues
and
with this
make
type of
more money.
paleontology, hasn't it? Not where we are, but where we're headed. Because that's where you find chaos, waiting, patiently.
Wow, it's pretty much a perfect storm, if you will. I've got sick dinosaurs. I have to rearrange my park to ensure that it is profitable. And now there's a sandstorm heading in. Well then, this ought to be interesting. Let's see if I can get all these buildings reconstructed, though. Oh, I love the pause time feature. It is so helpful. Damn, that's a lot of sick dinosaurs. Okay, what do you have? Avian Pox. Alright, let's see. Let's get the treatment for Avian Pox. And how do I get it? How do I treat it? Ensure that the dinosaurs are quarantined for a minute. Oh, that disease is going to spread so fast. Oh boy. What to do, okay. Can't start researching the disease yet. And some of these dinosaurs aren't exactly happy. So, what I can do, I have this enclosure that I was going to use for the carnivores, but they're not here yet. So, I'm going to make this a little enclosure for all of my sick dinosaurs. I've got to ensure that they have all the food types that they all need. And also ensure that there's some water in here for them. And now I've just got to get all those dinosaurs into that pen. And hopefully I can transfer them into the enclosure before it spreads. Now you see, why can't it show the sick dinosaur indicator when I'm selecting them for transport? That would be so much more helpful. Alright, who's been chosen? You've been chosen. You haven't been chosen yet. Okay. This is a situation where it might be helpful to have the improved scheduling upgrade. It allows you to give two more automated tasks. So I don't have that, and I'm gonna have to build another ranger station in order to more efficiently get all of these sick dinosaurs into the quarantine zone. I also just heard the PA guy say that a storm is coming, so let's turn on the backup generators, and we're going to kill all the power. And of course, it's a good idea to open the shelters so that my guests have a place to go during the sandstorm. Okay, let's play this out and see what happens. Oh, that one's almost dead. 40% HP. That one needs to be healed. A few of them need to be healed. But you know what I say? Never send a robot to do a gamer's job. I'm gonna hop into this helo and tranquilize these sick dinosaurs myself. I can't see which ones are sick or not. Damn. That is obnoxious. Okay, all of these guys over here, they're all sick. So I need to trank all of them. And there's another one up there. Alright, fine. We'll send the helo and have the helo trank and move them. What? And now I have a sick compy? Oh, don't you have the disease too, please? Please don't be sick with Avian Pox. Compies are so annoying to tranquilize and move. I want to be able to see my research progress, so I can push A on something and that will pin it And then that will keep the progression towards the research shown on screen even while the game is going on. So we'll let that happen. There we go. See on the bottom right, quarantine all dinosaurs with pox for a minute. Okay, let's do this. Helos, get those dino. Okay, good. The compy's just injured. I'd prefer an injury over a disease. Because that means if one compy gets pox, it's only a matter of seconds before the other compies get the disease too. Surface wounds. Okay, those are just caused by the storm. Imagine the sand. Well, sand is actually really abrasive. So if you're out in a sandstorm, I wouldn't be surprised if the sand were to, scratch your skin very deeply and cause ouchies.
Transportation complete.
Crud. They're losing health fast. And I don't want any of them to die before I get my research completed. So let's save real fast. That way I can come back to this if things go awry. 71, you're at 53, 69. Which one is low HP? It's got to be one that's 82. These two are currently in this. Well, you're currently in the sky, so I can't see your health right now. Right, okay, the storm is over, so time to open the park again, close the shelters, turn off my generator, and turn the power back on. But I still have this disease outbreak to deal with. And diseased dinosaurs are less appealing. And these dinosaurs in the quarantine zone aren't going to earn me any appeal score at all. However, I can take advantage of the fact that I'm pausing time. And let's get these amenities built up so that the dinosaurs that are generating appeal, I can earn amenity income more effectively by building some small amenities while also trying to deal with this disease outbreak. Multitasking. You better get good at it if you want to have success in the later missions and challenges in this game.
Asset has been delivered.
And what I really don't want is for any of these dinosaurs to die while quarantining. But the good news is that the disease counter is going down, just 45 seconds more. Of course, we're running in 3x speed, so that's going to be more like 15 seconds, but you know what I mean. Oh, that Paleo Men unit might appreciate having gates or some other means of getting over to the area. There we go. And you know what? I think it's wise, actually, honestly, to just put up a Paleo Med station right here. So that way, as soon as the research is done, I will have a med unit right outside the quarantine zone ready to administer the vaccine for Avian Pox. And since I'm going to be using these two enclosures for my carnivores when they're available, I suppose it would behoove me to just move that other ranger station and put it right here as well. Okay, the treatment is done. And look at that. I don't even have to research it. By putting them into the quarantine zone, the research becomes available. Okay, med unit, get out there and treat these dinosaurs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Task slots are full. And you're healed. You're healed. Good. I'm just going to do this myself because I'm getting nervous. I don't want any of these things to die. They're my money makers. You're good. Gotcha. Oh, sniped it. Anna would be proud. Any Overwatch fans over here? No? If I'm going to play a multiplayer game, it's definitely going to be Overwatch. No, I do not stream or post any Overwatch videos because I'm really bad at it. I mean, I'm not horrible. I don't know. I just play that. Like, that's my fun relaxation game. I mean, this game's fun, too. Okay, cool. They're healed. No more sources of Avian Pox in the park. Time to get everybody back into their enclosures. Maybe we can just build a gate and open. You know what? No, I don't think that's a good idea because some of the dinosaurs in the other section may wander into the quarantine zone. So we'll just have the helicopters transport everybody and put them back into their original pens. Now, what feels like ages ago, we sent a team out for some Troodon fossils. But did I not get enough? Got some Triceratops, Parasaurolophilus fossils. I mean, I'll need those because in case my Parasaurolophilus die, I can replace them. And that platinum is also worth 450 grand. So let's go ahead and extract all of these. I have to do research to get this next spot. Well, I can go here, and I'll get some more Troodon fossils from here. I could go over 2.5 stars if I just adjust these amenity modules. It should increase my profits and put me over the threshold for 2.5 stars. That will allow me then to get the large amenity. And sweet, that's done it. Oh, how'd you get injured? Would you get into a fight? Don't be sick again. I will be very unhappy if you're still sick. Put a gate up here for my paleomed units to drive through. But cool. We've got all of our dinosaurs out of the quarantine zone, back into their original enclosures. The avian pox is gone. Let's go and extract some fossils. Hopefully the Troodon will be complete, or at least complete enough to start synthesizing. Yep, 26 plus 48%. That'll put me at 74. And there's some $230,000 worth of gold. And fossilized dinosaur poopy. Alright, cool. Let's grab that Troodon. And in the meantime, we can also go and grab some Majungasaurus fossils. Excellent. We'll add two new carnivores to the park at around the same time. Perfect. Oh, I want the next amenity upgrade, but my staff are currently busy. Okay, let the time progress. What's the matter with you? We still haven't diagnosed you? Hurry up, med unit. Get out there and see what's wrong with her. Going so slow. And I suppose it would be wise to put a backup generator over here by the Paleo Med Station and the Ranger Station, just in case we get hit by another storm. Well, I mean, we're going to get hit by another storm. It's Jurassic World Evolution 2. So, let's make sure that everything is fueled up and ensure that the generators are turned off when the storm is not active. Oh, that's cool. So now that I've treated a bunch of dinosaurs for avian pox, all of my dinosaurs have been inoculated with the avian pox vaccine. So I should never get another avian pox breakout again. Some may consider getting a fence upgrade. However, the storms in this one are not going to cause any damage to your fences at all. And so long as you keep your dinosaurs happy, they will never try to break out of their enclosure. Now, if you want to upgrade all of the fences just so you can use them in sandbox mode, go right ahead if you like. And you know what? I think I'm going to work towards doing that myself. Great. All of my scientists are available. So let's unlock the first park boundary expansion and take a major step towards completing this mission.
Delivery complete.
But we also have several fossils that we need to extract DNA from. Looks like I have enough Majungasaurus fossils. Yes, excellent. Up to 72%, 77%. Hey, there it is. All right. One expedition, enough genome to start synthesizing. Ain't that awesome? And the Troodon genome is ready. My scientists aren't available, but I can set their colors and set the genetic traits that I want them to have. And then as soon as the scientists are ready, I'll just start synthesizing the eggs. So which color do I want? Yeah, we'll go with this one. Okay. And of course, we also want to give them some modifications. I don't want them to be short-lived, and I'd prefer them to be resilient. I only have 2 out of 5 modifications unlocked. That's okay. I do want to just get those dinosaurs out into the park. Okay, great. Scientists are available. And do I want Majungas? First, of course. Got to modify them. I have 3 points available. So we'll put 1 point towards resilience. They already have a chance of being humble, so let's increase the possibility of humble. And extra chance of resilience, why not? Alrighty then, let's start synthesizing this dinosaur. But first, hold on, what color? Yeah, I like red. And perfect, I can also start synthesizing some Troodons. Excellent. We are pretty much going to get our carnivores added at about the same time. And the game also wants me to get some adventure guests into the park. And the park tour is very appealing to your adventure guests. So, go ahead and build one. I recommend that you put it through all of the enclosures just to increase the visibility. Okay, what traits? Antisocial, humble, fit, aggressive, antisocial, resilient. Which ones do I want? Antisocial is fine. This one is fine to have. Which ones? This one's resilient and fit. I don't really care about fit. It's resilient, though, and I think that's the better dinosaur. This one is humble, so if that one becomes pack leader, it's going to make all of the dinosaurs humble. So, yeah. I think that should do it. Let's start synthesizing. Let's start incubating these eggs. Oh, and look at that. Not a single negative trait for the Troodons. That is great. The minimum population, though, is 4. So I think I just want all of them. They are $260,000 each, though. Yeah, great. No negative traits. Some of them are nocturnal. I don't really care if they're nocturnal or... New vocab word, diurnal, means that you are active during the day. So, yeah, I think we don't want to have too many. If there's too many, then they'll need a bigger enclosure, and I'll need to add more environmental factors for them. So, I think that's a good number to grab. Let's continue building this tour route, and... ensure that these gates are all facing the correct way, of course. Alright, awesome. My dinosaurs are ready for release. Majunga's ready, Troodon's ready. But you know what? I should check the genome library. And yeah, she needs rocks, water, prey, and open space. Minimum population of 1. So for the Majungas, I think I want to put them in this enclosure. So I will start adding some rocks to ensure that they are happy. Cannot release the Troodons until the Majungasaurs are out of the hatchery. In the meantime, it's not a bad idea to start grabbing some more fossils. I'd recommend you get fossils of dinosaurs that you currently have, like the Compies and the Parasaurolophilus, and even try and get that Mamenchiosaurus. If you don't work quickly enough, those dinosaurs that you were given will die. And if they die, you'll need to replace them. Otherwise, your profits are going to drop significantly. So be ready to replace dead dinosaurs, or just work efficiently and complete the mission before any of them die, which is what I'm aiming to do.
Asset in transit. Transportation complete.
And we want to make sure that our Majungis have enough live prey to hunt. There are 3 of them in there, so it's a good idea to put 2 down, but you can just double check their needs. And they need, 1 of 1. Yeah. Putting 2 in there isn't going to hurt. And good, her comfort score is going up. Oh, but as I suspected, because there are 3 of them, 1 prey isn't going to be enough. So as soon as they walk around a little bit more, they should find the other prey feeder, and then that'll make them happy. Oh, they're fighting. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna be the stronger dino? Let's get some good pictures here, maybe? Maybe we can get a good photo. Yeah, whatever. Okay, Troodons, your turn. I'm going to bring you over to this enclosure. I'm going to drop some of you right into this amphitheater. Try and help the amphitheater earn some appeal since we can't destroy it or move it. Just to double check. They want prey. They don't want a live meat feeder. So we have to give them a goat feeder. Well, they want live meat. They don't just want meat. They want live meat. So cool. You can put it right inside the amphitheater. You can even put the tour to go through the amphitheater, but you can't put water in the amphitheater. And let's turn on the viewing gallery so our guests can see our new specimens. They're going to need a path. And this is also a good time now to get the large amenity to help increase profits from the drinks and food and shopping buildings.
Asset being transported.
And I think that is a great stopping point for now. I'm going to hop into this tour vehicle and see if I can catch some good footage of my dinosaurs walking around the Lost World Jurassic Park. I'll catch you guys in part 2. Until then, take care and hold on to your butts. And maybe buckle up as you hop into the park tour ride. Okay, catch you next time.